Hello and welcome to Q&A 10. The 10th Q&A, the last one that will allow me to still use my fingers at the start. First question is coming from Scalesio. Scalesio asks, I'm thinking about starting neglect dreads. Do you have any specific advice for that method? I have soft, straight hair and it's only about 6 inches long at its longest layer. Any advice would be lovely. Thank you. Much love. Okay, so when you're starting neglect dreads, there's not a whole lot of stuff that you can do. Basically, it is just that, neglecting the hair, leaving it alone for long periods of time. Your hair is pretty short, so it is probably going to take quite a long time. If you are going with a different method, such as backcombing or twist and rip, I would say wait until your hair is longer. But since you're going neglect, you can just use that waiting for your hair to grow as time spent on neglecting the hair as well. So basically, you're just going to want to stop brushing and conditioning your hair and go for a residue-free shampoo and wait. Your hair might not be particularly suited for it just yet, just due to the length, because the longer the hair, the more stuff there is going on and moving around, so longer hair will take to neglecting faster. As I said, you wait for the hair to grow out, but also stop conditioning and brushing your hair, and it'll all happen in one, movement, one process. I wish you good luck on your journey, Scalesio. Just remember to be super patient, give them time, and it will happen. Ralf Florian. Question. I have afro growing hair, but I'm black and Asian. That makes my hair have a weird texture. Kinda soft but thick. I was wondering if this would play a role in sectioning. Okay, so you have sort of a quite unique-ish kind of hair texture. If you have afro textured hair, then I would look at examples of people who have sectioned afro textured hair. The best way to get an idea for sectioning is to go look up people's dreadlock timelines. If you go on YouTube here and look up people who have started dreadlocks, young dreadlocks, and see if you can find them at the start and see how it's come out. You want to see if you can find someone with roughly the same sort of hair as you, if you want to get a rough idea what they're going to turn out like. I would also look on dreadlock forums. If you go on Dreadlock Truth forum, you can find a whole timeline section where all the members post pictures of their hair from the start and as it goes along. And if you're lucky, you'll be able to find someone who has hair similar to yours, and you'll be able to see how they've sectioned their hair and whether you'd want dreads like that or thicker or thinner. Basically, it's the sort of density of the hair that plays a role with the sectioning, sort of how densely populated your scalp is. So if you have lots of hair coming from a small space, then you'll be able to get thicker dreads from just a smaller section. Angelsandfaes. Question. What should I do for very dry dreads? I have done the deep cleanse and used apple cider vinegar, and it is only soft for that day. Some of my dreads are very dry and I'm worried about breakage. Some people have dry dreads, some people have opposite of dry dreads. It's common, it happens. My advice for you is going to depend on how old the dreads are. If they are mature dreads, like old rope, then they're going to be able to put up with a lot of stuff, so you can just use normal conditioner on those if you would like. So if I was having dry hair problems, then I would just put some normal hair conditioner on. Conditioner is anti-dreadlocks. It's going to soften the dreads and loosen them a bit, but I've taken dreads out. It takes a lot of condition. Well, not my own dreads, but I've taken dreadlocks out before. And it takes a lot of conditioner to even begin to loosen dreads, so I wouldn't worry about putting a bit of conditioner on mature dreads, and a little bit later you can follow that on with a deep cleanse. So if you condition your hair 1 week and then maybe at the end of the month or whatever, you can use a deep cleanse to remove anything left behind by the conditioner. If you have young dreads, I wouldn't recommend using a conditioner, because if your dreads, the bit that is already grown out here, this bit, if that's not mature, then putting conditioner on can really set you back and loosen and have stuff fall out, and generally not good stuff happens because conditioner is anti-dreadlocks and does knots. So if you have young dreads, don't be going putting no conditioner in your hair. You can apply aloe vera to the dread. I've seen this happen. I've personally not done it because I don't really suffer from dry hair, but you can get aloe vera either straight from the plant or like in a tube where it's really high concentration aloe vera and not full of fillers and stuff, and you can put that straight on the dread in the dry part and leave it on there for a little bit and then rinse it off. I would not recommend really rubbing it in deep to the dread, because I don't think it washes out that easily. Some people say it does, but you play around with it. but aloe vera on the dread can be used. Or you can try just sort of hair oils type stuff that you can get for normal hair that's dry, or something that you would put in normal hair for after using straighteners and stuff for fixing dry hair. Basically, you can trial and error with different stuff. It's unlikely that you're going to find something that's going to be really bad for the dreads. If it works for normal hair, it'll either work for dreadlocks or it doesn't, and if it doesn't work, a deep cleanse or two will remove any trace of it. Anna Kookla. Question: what is the best way to get sand out of dreads? I went to the beach and now there is sand in my dreads and on my scalp. I hate that. It's like, not good at all. Sand, you know, is little rocks, so you can't exactly soak it out in the way that you would other stuff. You kind of have to get it out. It can be slow. Basically, you just have to shower it out or soak it out. So if you just wash your hair normally, and maybe do it for a little bit longer and really rub and move stuff around to try and get it out. Or I think it's easier if you have a bathtub. I don't have a bathtub, I only have a shower. But if you have a bathtub, you can fill it up with warm water and soak your hair in there, and it kind of makes it easier for the sand to come out. Or you can do a deep cleanse, and the deep cleanse with the apple cider vinegar softens the dreads up a little bit, and you know, when it's a little bit softer and not as tight, then it's going to let more sand fall out that otherwise might have got stuck in there. But there's no magic way that I'm aware of to remove sand, because, you know, it just has to fall out. But don't let that deter you from going to the beach or anything, anybody, because, you know, salt water is good for dreads, and the little extra annoying time coming home with the sand is worth it. I mean, you get sand in normal hair. This is a little bit more annoying with dreads. Aaron 95875. Question: what method of starting dreads is the best in your opinion? Backcomb, twist and rip, or neglect, and why? P.S. Thanks for the reply. Love your videos. Hello, Aaron. I don't think there is a particular best way of doing it. Different methods are going to work for different people. Personally, if I was to start over, if I woke up and I was bald, someone had cut all my hair off, I had to start over, I would go natural neglect, because I prefer the way that those kind of turn out. I mean, mine look pretty crazy now because I don't do anything to them, but I kind of prefer the not having to put any effort in at all. I don't do anything other than wash and dry mine now, but I know that you have to put a lot of effort in to get back home or TNR ones started, and I just wouldn't do that. I'd just start neglect natural. And also, by the time stuff has matured, it's not like you really save a whole lot of time going with any of the other methods. I mean, it depends how long your hair is. People that start off with really long hair can find that their dreads lock up pretty fast, even going natural neglect. The difference between backcomb and twist and rip, I tend to recommend people backcomb if they have shorter hair, and twist and rip if they have longer hair. Just because I think it's easier to twist and rip with longer hair. You know, it's just a nice motion to do with long hair. It'd be annoying to do with short hair. It'd be annoying to try and get enough knots in there with short hair using TNR. Whereas backcombing, I find, is a little bit more annoying to do with long hair, and easy to get little tight ones with short hair. So my rule of thumb is, if someone says to me, Chris, I want to get dreadlocks, what method should I use? I will look at the hair, and if it's long, I will say twist and rip. If it's short, I will recommend backcombing. If they have really long and curly hair, I'll be like, just neglect, because that will probably be the fastest. That is Q&A 10. I hope I've answered all your questions sufficiently, and if I haven't, I apologise, I have failed. If you like the video, thumbs it up, and then I will know you like it. If you have any questions yourself that you would like me to answer, you can leave them in the comments section here. Just write question at the start of the comment so that I know that it is a question for me to say in a video, answer in a video, and not one just to type to. Because if there's no question written at the start of the comment, I have and I will again just reply with a text comment. Subscribe if you like it, if you want to see more. Don't subscribe if you don't want to see any more. Follow me, Twitter, lazy_dreads. Find me on the new Facebook page, facebook.com/lazydreads. As always, everything is up on lazydreads.com. Thank you for watching. Goodbye!